قل حاضر. مستعد؟ إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفر ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. We were just talking, and I just want to make the point clear to everybody who's watching in the TV or the internet. These classes are not for entertainment purposes only. We try to make the classes fun, but we are very, very serious about what we're doing here. And what we're doing here is different than what we've been doing the last 10 years. We've been having, at least, I guess since 1995, we've been having lectures and going, and sometimes in the wintertime, we would go and do conventions and this, that, and the other thing. And people are still as ignorant as they were before. You know, the thing that we want to do, if you ask them what have they memorized in the last 10 years, they're still saying, I'm still studying Usul al-Thalatha. You know, but if you ask them to quote it, they can't get past the first page. You know, and that's for the majority of the people. And that's a crying shame. Really, it's a crying shame. It's nothing to be proud of. And it's nothing to put your head up and act like you're doing something. And yet we're the first ones to say people don't know their Aqidah. And if you challenge any person, say, well, name your Aqidah, they won't be able to quote, you know, Tahawi or Hamawiyya or any one of the different ones. They can't quote it. Okay? So, what's mahil? What's the solution for this challenge? You know, the solution for this challenge is, number one, a lot of people get on the internet and on the website that we have there and they write. Okay, the website that we wrote there is not for people to, I don't want a new Salafi.talk or TalkNet or whatever thing is called, where people are calling, talking to each other back and forth. The website is to ask questions, ilmiya. What is ilmiya? Like, you know, studious or academic questions, okay, about what you've studied. I've been looking at the website. I know I spent a little time before I came over here today looking at the website, because I don't go to it every day, and you're not going to make me go to the website every day, you know, and waste a whole bunch of my life standing in front of this funny-looking machine. You know, I go there to when Makeen and Hakeem, they tell me there's something that I have to address on that site, and then I only go there after they've told me 2 or 3 times. Okay? The website is set up for you people to look at the lesson on the internet, take the text, study it. That means read it, memorize it, go over the video, come up with questions that you would need to have answers to so that you can go further to the next lesson. And now we want to facilitate answering those questions so as not to slow down your progress. Okay? So, for example, let's say, for example, myself, I'm studying a text and I get to a line. Let me write this down. Today we're doing Tajweed. Take out your Tajweed books. Okay? And what we're doing today and from now on, I told you guys for almost a year now, I've been saying write in your books. Part of being adlun dabitun, part of being right and exact, is that you have your notes just like you had them 10 years ago. Okay? You got your notebooks. You can say, this is my notes and stuff like that. Some of the books that I teach from, or the Ajrumiyya, I had that book since 1998, I think. You know, with my notes in it. And with my wife's notes in it when she used it. Okay? Same book. Same notes. Nothing different. Okay? Yeah, the cover's ripped off and everything, but that's dubbed. The exact same thing is going down through the exact same thing. If you heard the tape that we did in Oklahoma in 97, it's the same tape. If you hear us do it this week, it's the same thing you heard if we did it when you went to Egypt or your Ayn al-Shams. You know, same thing. Because nothing changes if you're doing a particular nas. That's the exactness of it. And so I want to see your notebooks and I want to see some of the things that I showed you. Now, what I expect from the internet is like this. This is an example. Today, we're doing Tajweed. What number lesson are we in, Hakeem? 15. We're in 15. We're in lesson 15. And you know, Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen, rahimahullah, You hear, if you listen, when we were in Mauritania, we used to take our nahwu with sarf from Sheikh Muhammad Salim Ud Addud. A lot of people are saying on the internet, who's the shiyukh? I studied with Sheikh Muhammad Salim Ud Addud al-Shinqiti when I was in Mauritania, and that was pretty much it. Anybody else I studied besides him, I didn't even consider them a sheikh besides him. There were teachers and stuff like that we studied from, but that was my sheikh in Mauritania. Now, I studied with a few other shuyukh in Egypt, but if anyone wants to know who I suggest to study, I don't suggest you study with anybody in Mauritania except for two people, Sheikh Muhammad Salim Ud Addud al-Shinqiti, and also you have Sheikh Abu Bakr Job. Okay? Now, a Fulata, there's another sheikh. Now, there's other shuyukh there. Take those two people's advices in finding them. Okay? And dealing with them. But those are the only two people that you hear Abu Tawba say. Yes, Daddu is there. Sheikh Hassan Daddu is there. His program is not made for you. Okay? And when Daddu was there, yeah, we were together and everything like that. He was our neighbor. However, his sheikh is Sheikh Muhammad Salim Ud Addud al-Shinqiti. When we were in the village, he sat down and studied from the sheikh also. Barakallah fiqh. Yes, he has a new markaz in the city and everything. I remember when they were building it, and it's a really nice program. I think you have to be a hafiz al-Quran and know 2 qira'at in order to get into it. Most of the preconditions, most Americans don't fulfill. So don't worry about going to his markaz. Go out there and sit with the brothers Dawood and Abdulaziz and those other brothers, and they'll hook you up. Now, for you guys that are here in the States and you can't get out right away, so you don't want to slow down your studies, take your fingers apart. You know, what you do is this. We're in our 15th lesson. And I was saying, Ibn Uthaymeen, rahimahullah, if you listen, when we were in our desert, we used to listen to his tapes. Well, even though we take it from our sheikh over here, we would get people who were coming back from Saudi, making umrah, and they would bring us boxes of books from Sheikh Rabi'a. You know, a lot of people think that Sheikh Rabi is a new sheikh or somebody, you know, because it becomes a fad. And they start running with the names and thinking that because we're in Mauritania, we don't know about these things. You know, Fali Harbi, Hafidhullah, he used to send boxes. This is in the 90s. Boxes of books from Sheikh Rabi'a every summer to the people in Mauritania, and money every couple of months to pay for the students at Sheikh Muhammad Salim's camp. Right there. And that's how we used to get by through this route. You know, and I'm not saying, you know, a lot of people say, okay, well, Flali Harbi, he's gotten in trouble. Everybody gets in trouble. You know, most of you cats that talk trash about somebody don't act like you're Khawarij. People make Tawba. You know, somebody make a mistake, they make Tawba, they get over it, and they keep going about their business. Don't be like that. You keep mentioning some people's mistakes over and over and over again as though it's impossible, as though you have no mistakes. Okay? These are the things that we want to deal with, and these are the things we want to get away with. Those people who want to study. I studied with this sheikh. His name was Sheikh Sa'ab ibn Sa'ab. He was the director of the Islamic school, the Saudi Arabian Islamic school satellite, the Medina to Munawwara satellite in Mauritania. And I used to teach his son, and I used to take lessons from him. And what I used to take lessons from him was in Minhaj. And he said the Dawah to Salafiyya, the Dawah of the people of the Salaf was one up until 1990. Or 91, after the first Gulf War. And then you see it breaking up into all these different groups. And we can relate to that here in the United States, because it was like that way up until around 1995. It was one. We were one ummah. Everybody, you see a Muslim, salam alaikum. He'd be across the platform on the other side of the subway. He might get off and come around and say, salam alaikum, Akwa, you from Hala, and talk to you. You'd be happy to see a Muslim. Now you see a Muslim, salam alaikum. If he don't look just like you want him to look, you don't want to talk to him. Or if he does look like you want to, well, you know, you Salafi? I mean, if I was, what about if I what? You know, you're dealing with people who are ignorant, you know. What do you mean? What if I wasn't? I'm not going to be now because you said that. Just because you said that, well, no, I'm not. What you going to do about it? This is not the da'wah of the people of the Salaf. And it turns people away. And the Prophet ﷺ said, Bashiru wa la tunafiru. Be open and inviting. Don't push people away. He said, Yassiru wa la tu'assiru. Make it easy, don't make things difficult. Okay? Yo, this thing is off, man. Yo, the memory is full. So erase some things. Erase my classes from Sheikh Muhammad Al-Faruq. Okay? You want me to continue or no? Continue. Okay. So we need to get back to that, and we need to get away from the ignorance of, you know, I don't like the way you look, or I don't understand what you're on, so I'm not going to do it. This is a bigoted mindset, and we'll deal with that. And a bigot is someone who only takes from a particular source and rejects the truth from anybody else. You know, this is not the concept in the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. According to the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, we accept the truth wherever it comes. We just make sure that it's the truth. That's all we do. We just make sure that it's the truth. And that the idea, this Hizbi, people say Hizbi, 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 Hizbi. Hizbi means to be a bigot. Hizbi means to be a bigot. And you run the shuyukh's names like it's a pair of sneakers. Yo, man, you got those new Fali Harbis? Yo, man, you got those Ubayd al-Jabaris? Oh, you still working with them old Uthaymeens, man? What's up? What is this? This is not the way we're supposed to use the ulama's names. This is not the way we're supposed to do our studies. What do you know? And what has you confirmed with your scholars and your teachers? Because it's not enough for you to call yourself a student. A lot of people say, I'm a talib al-ilm. If you're a talib al-ilm, name the teacher that claims you as his student, not the teacher that you claim. Because there's a difference. You can claim as many teachers as you want. If they don't know you, you're not their students. You may be their fan, but you're not their students. Now, if you're a student of knowledge, you have to have a teacher. And that teacher must know you, and he must be following your progress and giving you guidance, and you accepting that. But if you reject everything your teacher say, if it's not what you want to hear, this is what Sheikh Fawzan says, that students now tell a teacher how to teach. You know, they tell them, no, you're not tough enough, you're not this enough, you're not that enough. Whereas actuality is the opposite way. The teacher's supposed to give the student the advice. Okay? So now your teacher is giving you this advice. Sheikh Saab said that the Dawah Salafiyya was one. One. In its outlook and its minhaj. Then after that, it became separated. We got all these different groups. So I said to him, and it was Ramadan, I said, so what do we do? What are we supposed to do? He said, stick with the people who are pushing the knowledge. Stick with the people who are pushing the books of the old, the books of the past. Remember we used to say, take from where they took when we were getting away from following the madhahib? Back in the early 90s, we said, don't take from Abu Hanifa, don't take from Imam Shafi'i, from Imam Malik, from Abu Hanbal, but take from where they took, right? A hadith. Likewise, don't just take from the alim. Don't just say, that's my sheikh. Take from where he took. That sheikh, Ibn Uthaymin, he studied al-Ajrumiyyah. That sheikh over here, Sheikh Rabia, he studied al-Bayquniyyah. You understand? For example. So don't just take their statements, read the books that they read to become shuyukh. Study the texts that they studied to perfection that made them what they are today. And then when you listen to their lectures, listen to it in light of some based knowledge. Okay? It'll put it in context what they're talking about. You understand what I mean by that? And here in our environment, our approach to this whole thing is to study. The hard, dry, praiseless act of studying in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day, on a train, in your car, wherever you're at, studying when no one sees you, doing the hard work of memorization and review. Because that's what studying is. So we want to facilitate that. How do we facilitate that? We make you accountable. Get off my wall, okay? Sit up, everybody, pay attention, and follow the text. When you get on the internet, write some question regarding what you've studied, what you've memorized, and any questions you have thereof. If you have no questions and you understand it, then what I want you to do is this. Write every line of the text that you're purportedly studying and write the explanation of that line under it. Okay? Find somebody, even if that someone is not interested in listening to you, and explain to them what that text is all about. If you can do it from beginning to end, then you know that text and you're ready to go do it in front of someone who is more knowledgeable than you so they can poke the holes in show you your mistakes. Or if you don't, increase you. You understand? Some people erroneously think that what we teach here is the extent of our knowledge. You know? When a sheikh writes a book on, oh, he missed this point. That's not the extent of the sheikh's knowledge. That's the extent that he has to give you at that level. Go over it one time, go over it twice, go over it another time, and each time they'll increase you in knowledge in that text. Okay? So, we have this text here. What we're trying to do in this 15th lesson, it says, وَالثَّالِث. Everybody? وَالثَّالِثُ الْإِظْهَارُ في البقية في البقية من أحرف وسمها شفوية. Here it says والثالث الإظهار في البقية من أحرف وسمها شفوية. Here, this is the third line. What are we doing here? We're doing the meme. When it comes, how many rules does meme have? Meme is sakina. How many rules does meme have? Give me a full sentence. Meme sakina, ahkam meme sakina has 3 rules. What are they? Ikhfa. Right? What's the next one? Idghamun. Right? And what's the next one? Idharu faqat. Now? Always go back to, always use as your technique to stab them with the text. Consistently point to the text or something from it. If you don't, suddenly throw in examples that they may not realize are examples, so that when they go study, they see that those are examples. You know? One of the techniques is always give less information that they'll find when they go study, and they'll be happy that they got more. You know? Like we say that when we were doing seerah of the Prophet ﷺ, for Rahiq al-Makhtoum, for example, we said that day the Prophet ﷺ ordered 200 Jews to be killed. Okay? Sat them down and got 200 Jews to be killed. Someone might argue with that. Oh, that's not true. No, it's not true. He ordered over 400. You know? So you put a less number so that they know there's more than that. You know? It's more than that. You always do something like that, for example. So people go study, they find that what you gave was just a light version of it. You said over 200, which, you know, let you go find over what the real example is. Okay? If you're offended, because we knew people would be offended by that, or fakely offended. You know? So, here, what is supposed to be done is this. وَالثَّالِثُ الْإِظْهَارُ فِي الْبَقِيَّةِ. We break this down. وَالثَّالِثُ, what does that mean?
3.
No, it doesn't. What does it mean? And the third what? Okay, so now we're here. We should be knowing how to do this now. What goes on here? What happens here? Excuse me. By this time in the game, you guys should know what goes here. In this, there's something that's parenthesized here, right? So in the parentheses here, what do we put? What? Well, the third rule, right? Here, the third rule, or a hukum, right? The third hukum. Hukum regarding what? Mima sakina, right? Is al-idhar. You understand how we break this down? We've been doing it for a couple of weeks now. So we know that this poem is just a skeleton. And we got to put the meat and potatoes on it from listening. As we say, ours is an oral tradition. Passed down shafawiyan. Okay? You have to get off my wall. Okay? You have to sit up because it causes your brain to be more alert. Okay? So the third rule with regards to meme and sakina is al-idhar. What are the first 2 rules? Al-ikhfa'u nidghamun. Remember? I said al-ikhfa'u nidghamun. Not al-ikhfa'. Ikhfa'u nidghamun wa idharun faqat. Okay? So the third one is idhar. What is idhar? Have we heard of idhar before? No. Yes, we have, right? The first time we heard of it was revealing with nun and sakin and with tanween, right? And it was the first rule that we learned was idhar. Hamza faha'un thumma aynun ha'un muhmalatan thumma ghaynun kha'u. So by the time we get here, we should be fluent with that other part of the text. Because not only do you memorize the text as you go along, you review what you already knew. So that it's beyond hifz. It's beyond memorization. Because there is a thing about you recite this poem 100 times, you've just gotten familiar with it. That's it. You recite it over 500 times and you got it. It's part of you. It becomes more understandable just by the text itself. So it says, idharu fil baqiyya. Idhar is the root in the rest of the words. fil baqiyya. Baqiyatul huruf. So it would be baqiyatul huruf. Okay? In the rest of the letters. Do you understand my point? In the remaining letters, it's going to be idhar. There's like 26 letters left. Yeah, you with me? Min ahrufi, from the letters, from these letters, baqiyatul min haruf, the rest of the letters, and it says wasamiha, and you call them, you name those letters, or not those letters, you name this rules. Ha here refers to the rule. Okay? You name this type of idhar shafwiya. What is it? Shafwiya. Not shafawiya. It should be shafawiya, but we said shafwiya, right? Why do we say shafwiya? For the poem, a poetic license. To keep the rhyme going as a rhyme, we say shafwiya. Erase it, please. That is the rule. Now we have to do the application of the rule. The application of the rule is to go through each one of these letters. To go through each one of the letters that has this idhar and give you an example of it so that when you walk away, at least you have an example of it in your head. Okay? And you've felt it, you've done it with your tongue. What's up with this board? Come in.
They must have cleaned it with something else.
Yeah. MashaAllah. Make dua that we can get this board clean. I don't like this. I don't know. I use the same markers. I'm not going to use this red one no more.
It looks like somebody cleaned that thing with some...
Yeah, they put something on here to mess it up.
They messed up the surface off.
Yeah, they took the enamel off. MashaAllah. May Allah guide them. Man, now it looks ugly. This is what I was telling you before when we use those other things. Yeah. You see, we need a new board. Okay, boys and girls. Let's get busy. MashaAllah. Okay, I'm trying to see if there's anything. Okay, now. It says here in my notes, in this line, we learned that the third way of the meme sakin comes is called idhar on the lips. Idhar on the lips. It is to be pronounced, the meme is to pronounce the meme sakina with a clear and obvious M sound. That is when it comes before the remaining 26 letters. You see, and then I make a note. I say that you see that we already see that the ikhfa meme sakina becomes before what letter? Ba. Guys, be awake, man. Be awake. You know, ikhfa comes before ba, right? Anbiya, the example, right? Then we have the idgham, meme comes before another meme, right? Mimma, right? Oh, that's not meme sakin, astaghfirullah al-azim. What is it? Let me see. I need an example of that one. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Astaghfirullah. Somebody give me an example with meme sakina, with meme mutaharrika, or meme sakina with meme sakina. Idgham. Okay. At'amahum min. At'amahum min. Naam. Ahaz min khawf. Amanahum min khawf. Okay. So we have amanahum min. Okay. Amanahum min. So that's an example. And now we're doing the last one, and it is before these other 26 letters. I'm going to put the 26 letters here so you can see, because I know the salah is going to come. What time is salah? Okay, cool. We got time. Look, we have Hamza. Everybody say Hamza. Hamza. Ta. Ta. Tha. Tha. Jim. Ha. I know y'all want me to write bigger, right? Okay, but I really can't without putting these things here just for an example. Dal. Zal. Ra. Zay. Sin. Sheen. Sad. Dad, Ta, Dha, Ain, Ghain, Tha. Then we have Qaf. I'm going to come across here. Kaf, Lam, Noon, Ha, Wa, Ya. Okay, these are the 26 letters. We're going to give an example of each one, insha'Allah ta'ala, and then we'll be done with this lesson. Inshallah. Please write fast. For the Hamza, we use the example وَخَلَقَنَاكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا خَلَقَنَاكُمْ خَلَقَنَاكُمْ. You see I put a sukoon over there, right? أَزْوَاجًا أَزْوَاجًا. No, the mim sakina comes and a hamza. One thing you have to realize, this is not called alif at this time. Okay? Let me do this right here. Look. What letter is this? Hamza. What letter is this? Hamza. What letter is this? Hamza. And what letter is this? Hamza. Okay? Now, it's a hamza by itself. It's a hamza riding on an. It's a hamza riding on a. It's a hamza riding on a. Okay, but when you look at it, what do you call it? Hamza. Okay, that's just as a rule right here. Abdul Latif, law samaht. Okay, so we see when a mim sakina comes before a hamza, we say M, like this. Close your lips, people. وَخَلَقَنَاكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا. You close your lips and then open them. خَلَقَنَاكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا. Don't go kum. The power is in your nose. Because meme has what? Ghunna, right? Well, ghunna, it always has ghunna. Noon and meme have ghunna. So listen again. Hold it in your nose. وَخَلَقَنَاكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا. When you start that ad, you still should be holding your nose. خَلَقَنَاكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا. You understand my point there? Because as you tuntiq, as you articulate that ad, you cannot have air flow from your nose. Understand my point? Naam am la? Okay. The next one is ta. Say ta. Alam tara. Alam tara. Mim second ta. Alam tara. Right. Next one is tha. Tha. عاليهم ثياب عاليهم ثياب. Okay, guys, I was going to give you the rest of it. I was saying sundusu. The next part is sundus. Maybe it'll help y'all remember the ayah better. Sundus, sundusun istabaraqin. But it's not for the purpose. So aliyahum thiyabu sundus. But I'm not going to give it. Just aliyahum thiyabu. Because this is the point. Okay? Aliyahum thiyabu. Jim. Jim. Let me hear that again. Lahum jannat. Lahum. Right, close your lips. Lahum. If you put your lips together and you squeeze it, you're going to get that sound. Okay? Lahum jannat. Lahum jannat. Right. The next one is going to be ha. وَمَا أُرْسِلُوا عَلَيْهِمْ عفوا وَمَا أُرْسِلُوا عَلَيْهِمْ حَافِظِينَ حافظين وما أرسلوا عليهم حافظين. حافظين. Ha. Say jalapeno. Say happy. Say hot. It has to be some power to it. Ha. Not to be confused with her. Right? Say heavy. Ho, ho, ho. Health. You see, that's from the sadr. That's from the open space. Jof. However, this one is ha. It's in the throat. Ha. وَمَا أُرْسِلُوا عَلَيْهِمْ عَلَيْهِمْ حَافِظِينَ. عليهم حافظين. Make it say him, ha, him, ha. عليهم حافظين. The next one is kha. أولئك أولئك هم خير برية. أولئك هم خير البرية. هم خير. هم خير. That's the point, okay? Next one is del. Say del. لكم دينكم. لكم دينكم. Close your lips. Lakum. If you're not feeling the pressure of your lips coming together, you didn't do it right. Lakum dinukum. Lakum dinukum. Lakum dinukum. You can't be lazy tongue. It's not English. You can say sup. It means what's up. Sup. What you say?
Sit up.
Yeah, sit up. Right, sup. You know, sit up. Right, if you're down south, sup means sit up. That's a good one. However, here you can't do lakum dinukum. No. Lakum dinukum. Lakum dinukum. Nukum. Nukum. Put your lips forward like you're kissing a little baby. Lakum dinukum. Right, Americans have a problem with this ooh. Everybody say ooh. Unclick your fingers. Ooh. Ooh. Do. Nu. Practice that with each letter. Matter of fact, I have something for y'all next week. SubhanAllah, you're not going to be here. It's really nice. Okay, inshallah ta'ala. It's going to be really fat. SubhanAllah. I was going to bring it this week, but my wife did something to the computer, and I don't know what she did with my thing, So I'm not going to point no names, but, somebody did something. Okay, inshallah. No, inshallah, this thing that I have for you guys, subhanallah, is the best thing since ice cream. Okay? So, lakum dinukum. Dhal. Tarhaquhum dhilla. Tarhaquhum dhilla. ترهقهم ذلة. هم ذلة. هم ذلة. ترهقهم ذلة. Right, you get in a habit, and this is what we're doing. We're getting a habit of doing this with our lips. Hum dhilla. So you practice your meme sakina, going from to the another letter. So your tongue and your jaw get accustomed to that construction. Tarhaquhum dhilla. Nah, that's whack. Come on now, with some. Wallahi, if I was watching it, I'd be like, let me turn the channel. Come on, give me some strength. This is real, so it's not like this little prefabricated something, but you got to come with it. Tarhaquhum dhillah. Make your mistakes here. You know? Tarhaquhum dhillah. Ibrahim, look at Jeddah. Leave the wall, man. Ra. Amhilhum ruwaydan. Amhilhum ruwayda. Amhilhum ruwayda. 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 Okay. Ru. 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 You see my lips? Ru. You can't be like ru. Ru. Amhilhum ruwayda. You see, because you say hum, ru. Alhilhum ruwayda. You have to close that meme, or don't you notice, don't you hear that? Sensitize yourself. Alhilhum ruwayda. It's difficult to go from that meme to the ra, right? Say hum. You see how your mouth is constructed? Hum, ru. It takes a second. Hum, ru. Amhilhum ruwayda. It's easier when you hit that meme and you grab it. Alhilhum ruwayda. No, your lips ain't even closed, bro. You know, maybe that's okay on LES, but over here, man, you got to close your lips. You know? For those people that don't know, a sidebar, LES stands for Lower East Side. You know, it's always something from, you know, the Brooklyn, or they say Crooklyn, Boogie Down, just terminologies for different places. It's like cultural class. Alhilhum ruwayda. Practice it. Practice it. My wall, please. Okay. Alhilhum ruwayda. The next one is za. Za. Ayyukum zadathu. Ayyukum. Ayyukum. Zadathum. I'm sorry. Zadathu. Zadathu. Ayyukum zadathu. You're not giving me that meme of sakina. I'm hearing, I want to hear, Ayyukum. Zadathu. That ta is, you're messing that ta up too while we're at it. We might as well add that in there too, right? You know, mess up the meme and throw the ta in too. Ta has to break like a cracker, right? You see the little Ritz crackers or whatever time. I'm not advertising for Ritz. They ain't paying me no money, you know. But any good cracker, when you do like this, what's the sound when you crack it? That's called hams. Sifat al-hams. It whispers. Say zadat. Who? You hear that? Zadat who? And if you don't hear that, you didn't pronounce it. You understand? We make fun of people saying, what is that? But they're pronouncing it properly. Okay? Okay, a bunch of comedians over here. Ayyukum zadathu. Ayyukum zadathu. Ayyukum zadathu. Ayyukum zadathu. Nah, that sounds good. Remember, you know, one of the beautiful things that you can always check yourself on is that you're reciting the word of Allah. Okay? You're reciting wahy. Who can say they can do that? And you're not doing it unless you do it right. That's the beauty of the teacher, the objective, the product of your hard work. Okay? That you're reciting the speech of Allah. Okay? The way it was revealed. And if you master your tajweed, this is what the ulama say, you're reciting what the Messenger of Allah was recited to him, what was the speech of Allah. I mean, what is better than that? You can't get no better than that. So the next letter after Zay is Sin. نومكم سباتا نومكم سباتا سباتا نومكم سباتا. There's no ma. Mim fatah ma. Say it again. That's the program that I got for you guys next week. Mim fatah ma. So it's not no ma. That sounds terrible. Naumakum subata. Train yourself. Naumakum subata. Nauma. Nauma. Naumakum. Naumakum. The calf is not the qaf. It's not in the back of your throat. It's in the middle of your tongue going up forward to the front. Naumakum. Don't it sound clear? Naumakum. Naumakum subata. Now close the meme up like a fist. Naumakum subata. Subata. Ba. Jahrun wa shidda. Two sifatun shared by ba. Right? We learned this when we did our alphabet. Jahrun, loud and strong. Subata. Right? It blows. That ba comes out with strength. Subata. And if you don't, it sounds like a pa. Subata. It's soft. Subata. Naumakum subata. The sheen is hum sharru. Hum sharru. Sharru. There's no shah in Arabic. Even though my friend Naeem Shah, barakallah fihi, in Las Vegas now, and was it Captain Naeem Shah? He was a tough guy in Compton. But now there's no Shah in Arabic. It's Shah. Sheen fatah Shah. Louder. Sumayya. Sheen fatah Shah. Shukran. Lifi. Huna. Hum sharru. And there's no there's no shar. No. It's sharru. And the tahqiq and the exactness of that, check this out. Your tongue, the pointed tongue goes close to the teeth, but it does not touch. Okay? Sharru. It does repeat. Rock and roll, our culture rolls in our reality. Say raw like rock. R never rolls, although it does. It repeats. So you don't roll it, but you repeat it. Ar-Rahman. Not ar. It's Ar-Rahman. You see it's repeating, but it's not rolling because the tongue is not touching the teeth. It gets real close, but it doesn't touch. And that's the whole thing. You got to be like pulling your tongue back in your mouth. You see, that's why I have inharaf. It flips back. So say, hum sharru. You see that now? You feel that now? Now you know what you're doing. And that's the whole purpose of a class. So when you go into practice, you know what you're practicing. It's not like, I didn't know what I was practicing because I just did it till he said it was cool, but I didn't know what I did to make it right the first place. That's not cool. Okay? Cool is when you know what you did in the first place and you're practicing to repeat that same thing, but you know what you're doing, the move exactly. You're in a fight and you flip a dude, they say, wow, that was great. You're like, boy, it sure was. I don't know what I did. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, after sheen, we have sad. Kuntum sarimin. Kuntum sarimin. Sarimin. Kuntum sarimin. Kuntum sarimin. Remember, don't let that raw touch your teeth, okay? Kuntum sarimin. Okay. Kuntum sarimin. Okay, let's go on to the next one. إذ رأيتهم ضلوا إذ رأيتهم إذ رأيتهم ضلوا ضلوا إذ رأيتهم ضلوا رأيتهم ضلوا. You got it. You're starting to get it. رأيتهم ضلوا. The dot, it comes on the side. These molars. People don't know what these على الضراس من أيسار أو يمناها. It says the adras. The adras are these teeth here. These three in the back before you get to your wisdom teeth. Okay? These right here. And there's 20 of these things here. Okay? On these different sides. So these teeth in the back, they're called grinders. That's where you put, and you take the side of your tongue and you push it on there, and that makes il, and it rides up. Il, al. Okay? That's how it comes. We'll get to that when we get to practicing that. The bab of the chapter of Makharij al-Huruf and Sifat are the hardest two chapters in Tajweed for anybody. But sometimes a person who's non-Arab makes it easier for him. When we went to the Marine Corps, we have time shooting, the rifle. That was the big deal, because the Marine is supposed to be the best shot in the service, with his rifle. And the country boys who were used to shooting did worse than the guys from the cities who were not used to shooting rifles. Why? Can anybody tell me why?
Hard to break bad habits.
Hard to break bad habits. There you go right there. Those cats were used to Kentucky windage. They took their weapon, they put it over their shoulders. Yeah, now I'm going to show you Yankees some. Whoa. And they went out there and they were like, woo! They just shoot, when clear on the right, clear on your left, shooters make, all clear on the fighting line. Shooters may commence firing when the dog paws are pop, 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 pop. People start shooting before the targets appear. And they get in trouble. But them cats that didn't know those rifles, they listened to what the instructor said. They listened to it. And they put their rear side aperture up, their front side post. They squeeze in slow, steady movement straight to the rear so that the hammer falls without the shooter's knobs. They did all of that stuff, And those other guys didn't. Same thing with this. Oh, it's hard to break bad habits. But you have to listen to your instructor, trust in your instructor, what he's telling you to do. How to form it. We've been talking for a number of years, and some of us have been talking more than we've been living, So it's hard to break this habit. So practice, okay? Wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah. So it says, إِذْ رَأَيْتَهُمْ ضَلُّوا. So you're going from hum ضَلُّوا. Right. Hum ضَلُّوا. That's the practice that you go, because you're going from moving around your mouth, okay? The next one is ضلوا. It's ta. Say ta. عليهم طيرا. عليهم طيرا. عليهم طيرا. عليهم طيرا. Him طيرا. Okay, now we go here. The next one is the. Say the. And we go the same rule again. عليهم ظلالها. ظلالها. عليهم ظلالها. عليهم ظلالها. A little bit louder. عليهم ظلالها. You're saying the, bidhal. This is the. It should be like little fat air cheeks here. The. You see, it's like little pudgy right here. The. Because the is like this, and that is like that. The difference between the itbaq is this: there's a touching, there's a suction in the itbaq when you deal with the as opposed to that. Say that. Now say la. You see the la, it sucks a little bit longer, and not just the mouth. La, that. See, one is clear break, the other one is a smudged la. Okay. Same thing when you say saw and sa. See, the saw has that itbaq, so it sucks more. That's what, so when we get to sifat, we'll get really to detail these types of differences so that you again know what you're doing. Okay, there's an actual practice to this. It's not just, insanity here. Okay, let me hurry up before the imam comes back and wants to offer salah. Not that he shouldn't want to offer salah, but إِذْ هُمْ عَلَيْهَا. Now here we're doing ayn, okay? عَلَيْهَا. عَلَيْهَا. إِذْ هُمْ عَلَيْهَا. So here we have hum alayha. Hum alayha. Should be pretty easy. Easy. Hum alayha. Louder. إِذْ هُمْ عَلَيْهَا. You have to make sure you close that meme. You close your mouth. Hum. عَلَيْهَا. إِذْ هُمْ عَلَيْهَا. Right. The next one is ghain. فَإِنَّهُمْ غَيْرُ. فَإِنَّهُمْ غَيْرُ. فَإِنَّهُمْ غَيْرُ. That was terrible. Okay? فَإِنَّهُمْ غَيْرُ. فَإِنَّهُم غَيْرُ. Erase this, please. فَإِنَّهُمْ غَيْرُ. That meme has to close. Hum غَيْرُ. Okay, it's not gay. It's not like a straight G in the English language. We say gay. It's raw. So that's going to still ghain fatha ra, right? May I hear that, please? Naam. So then you have this ya here. This ya sakina preceded with a fatha is what? It's a, right? It's that lean, right? Right? So we're going to say why. فَإِنَّهُمْ غَيْرُ. You have to close that meme up. You guys are just jumping on that meme and leaving it without closing it clearly. It's nun sakina. That means you have to sakin there. You have to stop there. فَإِنَّهُمْ غَيْرُ. Okay, now we're almost finish here with Najim. Ghain. Fa. Hum fiha. Hum fiha. I'm sorry, hum fihi. I'm sorry. Hum fihi. Hum fihi. Again, with the meme and the fa, it's almost like the noon and the fa. You have to make it clear because they're close to the same makhraj. Say F. You see, 4 or 5 front teeth will fall upon your inner lip. Say F. That's the makhraj for fa. Now say M. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. The brothers are here for salah. We got 2 minutes maybe. So say hum fihi. You see the same makhraj. Hum fihi. So you have to close it good before you go to the fa. Okay? The next one is إِذْ رَأَوْهُمْ. رَأَوْهُمْ. رَأَوْهُمْ قَالُوا. رَأَوْهُمْ قَالُوا. رَأَوْهُمْ قَالُوا. We have kaf, lam, nun, ha, wa, ya. We say, فَجَعَلَهُمْ كَعَصْفٍ. فَجَعَلَهُمْ كَعَصْفٍ. فجعلهم كعصف فجعلهم كعصف Then we have سعي إن سعيكم لشتى. So we have سعيكم لشتى. So you say إن سعيكم إن سعيكم لشتى سعيكم لشتى. Close the meme. Close the meme. سعيكم لشتى. When you get a word like shatta, just say nighttime. Nighttime. You see that same? We say that in English. Nighttime. That's a ta-ta, right? Nighttime. Say shatta. You see the same construction? It's nothing new. You already know how to do it. Inna sa'yakum la shatta. You have to raise your voices. Inna sa'yakum la shatta. You have to get that sa clean. Okay, it can't sound like that. Alam naj'al. Alam naj'al. Alam naj'al. That's for the noon, okay? Hum hijran. Says wahjuruhum hijran. Wahjuruhum hijran jamila. Wahjuruhum hijra. Wahjuruhum hijra. Hum hijra. Hum hijra. It should be easy because your mips are coming together and the hijra has to come with open. Wahjuruhum hijra. Okay, do you hear that right there? Then you say, lakum dinukum waliya. Dinukum waliya. Dinukum waliya. No. Put your lips like that. Dinukum. Dinukum waliya. You have to close the meme, guys. And you have to put your lips together for ooh. Dinukum waliya. Dinukum waliya. You see that? Maybe when you get home, you have to put some, shake it on your jaw. And the last one is lam yalbathu. Lam yalbathu. We do ka'annahum yawma. Ka'annahum yawma. كأنهم يوما كأنهم يوما كأنهم يوما. Keep that going. كأنهم يوما واهجرهم هجرا دينكم وليا إن سعيكم لشتى. And that's all we have time for tonight. This is the example for every one of the mima sakina from the that we can give for each one. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاكم الله خير يا إخوان.